I don't like the message she brings across because I think it's just so dangerous. It's such a dangerous narrative. Like here's somebody that like literally is portraying themselves as an influence. Like she gets paid to influence people. Get a grip, people. Like I mean, I find it, and both you guys as your channels are growing, and Charlie, your channel's blowing up, and I think you're both doing a great job. There's some responsibility with having people listen to you. You know,
yes.
I mean, there really is. Like, I changed a lot of my humor just because, like, once people started really watching, I'm like, fuck, there's a lot of people watching. You know, like,
Hello everybody and welcome back. I am the Sovereign and this is my court. If this is your first time in attendance, hello. Please consider hitting the subscribe button before you leave our kingdom. Before we jump right into business, I want to give some acknowledgements to the newest members of our coterie because I do have titles and nobility here in the kingdom. So I would like to say hello to Callie Steve, our newest Viscount, Lydia, she is a Baroness, and David, hello. David is also one of the newest Viscounts we have in attendance, and I will be over in the coterie very shortly, so look out for that video. And a reminder to all of you that reside in my Patreon, you do have Discord benefits where you have a title and a color that denotes your rank. Make sure you go into the Discord and say hi to everybody. We love to have our title holders over there. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and yes, I will be putting information and videos and asking you guys for some suggestions while I'm in the coterie, so make sure you check back every now and then, okay? Now, I have been rightfully distracted by the various coronations of different queens from different kingdoms. That's where I have been because the queens always take precedence and I am always in attendance. But now that we have come to a very brief conclusion within the pageant world, it is time for me to check in on some of the subjects that I had let pass almost a year ago at this point, namely the Hater Nation. Yes, this is the very long-awaited return to the subject, and thank you to Fad and several of you in my Kingdom Discord who have been coming and letting me know things have been going down. I have been purposefully avoiding the subject because number one, y'all are just not that interesting. Like the haters they're just not that interesting. But my focus has been on the queens. But I have been notified of Charlie Gold's return to YouTube. For those of you who are unaware of the monumental situation that Charlie got herself into, let me just let you know how ridiculous this all is. Super brief run through. Like I said, I do have a playlist, so you can go check the playlist if you want to watch full through my history with this subject or this person, or you can check in the description box below. There is a linked video to all of the knowledge and context of who Charlie is and why people have an issue with her. It's all there, so I got you covered. But here's your brief run through. Charlie Gold is an admittedly obese YouTuber who likes to make fun of other obese YouTubers on the platform, and specifically only two people. Her entire channel is built off the backs of literally bullying two obese women. Like, there's no other way to describe it, and you could think that I'm exaggerating. I'm not. But click the link in the description box or go check the playlist because it's horrendous. Here's an example.
She's a pig. She is a pig, and people get so upset that I call her a pig. She's a pig. I wonder if she went blind if she lose weight.
Okay, you guys, so I just got out of the pool.
She means she just finished her bath. That's how she bathes. She's honestly just a Michelin Man and refrigerator crossbreed that just won't listen. She's a bitter, bitter pig.
Charlie has always made it seem like she is the better version of these people, and she has been consistently and constantly challenging Amber Lynn and Foodie Beauty to like different challenges, specifically Amber. She loves to pick on Amber, even though lately it's been Foodie Beauty. Traditionally, it's been Amber. She has challenged Amber not once, but twice to a weight loss challenge, saying Amber should take the weight loss challenge, we can donate to charity, blah, blah, blah. The latest challenge that Charlie implemented for herself was that she would be 220 pounds by the end of the year 2020, otherwise she would delete her channel. She challenged herself to that in, I don't know, June or May or something of 2020. She said 220 pounds by the end of the year. Now, further on in the year, she had done this video where she said, I am no longer going to discuss my weight loss on the channel. I don't no longer want to be a weight loss channel, whatever. She got rid of the whole weight thing, even though she wants to talk about other people's weight. But at the time, I was still paying a bit of attention to the Hater Nation. Charlie actually did say she was still going to stick to her 220-pound weight loss challenge. She was not backing down on that. She said she was going to continue on with it. I just wanted to see if Charlie would hold on to her end of the bargain. She's not, and she didn't, but whatever. You know, I'm like, let's just see what happens at the end of the year, right? Let's just see what happens at the end of the year. So end of the year comes, nothing happens. Nothing happens. There is no weigh-in, there is no weight loss, and in fact, Charlie got on Twitter and admitted to not meeting her goal of 220 pounds, but also letting the public know that she would not, once again, be following through on her end of the deal to delete her channel and start anew. The thing that gets on everybody's nerves with this situation is for years, Charlie has been getting on these two obese women, Amber and Foodie Beauty, about not following through with their promises, not following through with their weight loss. They're gaslighting their audience. They're lying to their audience. But Charlie has been doing the exact thing that she criticizes these women for doing. She criticizes them for their binge eating, knowing damn well she hasn't lost weight herself. She criticizes them for not following through on their diet plans or their weight loss goals when she definitely has not done that herself. I think I clicked on the wrong video. Hold on. What is, okay, the newest that video, this can't be the right video. The video that I'm looking at says Fupageddon, Foodie Beauty versus anyone without collapsing lungs reaction. You are not telling me this is your first video back to YouTube. You lying. It's gotta be a lie. This can't be it. Hold on. Can't be. No.
Well, I guess whenever you're boring and have no personality, you have to leech off of others. What else is new?
Chantal has a point, regardless of if you don't like her or not. She has a point. Charlie, is this entire first set, how much of this video did you just use Chantal's blatant are you freaking, oh my God, I'm fast forwarding. We're at 8 minutes in and it's still nothing but Chantal. No, I'm at 10 minutes in and it's still nothing but Chantal. You gotta be kidding me. 11 minutes? So 12 minutes in, 11 minutes and 45 seconds in, Charlie shows her face. Oh, you are shitting me. Because I don't care about Chantal. I don't even understand why you guys care about Chantal. Like, let this woman live her life.
So tell them why you're really mad. Tell them why you're really taking a break. But when you take that break and you come back, you better come back smaller. Because if you come back the same big, fat, sodium-filled whale that you are, no one will feel bad for you. Not even me.
I'm back.
I'm so tired. I'm so mad she sat here and gaslit everybody like that.
Why are you back? No, you're not supposed to be back. You're supposed to be gone. This is a non-existent channel. This is a ghost channel, Charlie. This channel not supposed to be here, Charlie. Are you a ghost? Are you a figment of my imagination? You better be. I can't believe it.
Re-edit this the day of upload. I didn't take into consideration how long these live streams were. Or how long I reacted for technically.
You have no reaction. You didn't react for very long, Charlie. Let's be honest.
I will probably be splitting the live streams up into 2 parts.
Of course she's going to split it into 2 parts so she can get more content. I can't. I'm happy I keep this on my table because
I'm not going anywhere.
Because I'm not going anywhere. Because I'm not going to follow through on my words. Because I can't keep to a challenge myself. Because I'm a bloody hypocrite. Like... That's what that means. Woo!
That's what it is. I think she knows her time is running out with these constant excuses, and this is like her final thing. But the thing is, no one's mad she's getting off of YouTube. This girl didn't put out quality content. No one is upset she's getting off of YouTube. No one's chasing her. No one's going to do that. Where we'd be upset is when she comes back, because she will come back. She has no skills. She'll have to come back. When she comes back, if she comes back just as sick, that's where people would get mad.
Chances are you're thinking to yourself, I thought you'd delete your channel if you didn't reach your weight loss goal. Very true. Am I going to delete my channel? No. Should that be criticized? Absolutely. Did I
more than that? No. We're not going to pause. No. Should I be criticized for that? Criticism. This is what Charlie doesn't understand. Okay, let me. This is why Charlie doesn't know how to do her job. Criticism does not mean that it is devoid of respect. You can give criticism respectfully. My channel is chock full of criticism. I talk about pageants, which is a sport. That is a competition. So I criticize the girls in the context of the competition, but I don't disrespect them. I don't call them fat. I don't call them ugly. I don't do that. I poke fun every now and then, but it's lighthearted fun or whatnot. I do not degrade them. Giving criticism does not mean you also have to include the disrespect portion of it. That's not what criticism is. So Charlie's saying I deserve criticism. No, boo-boo. You do not deserve criticism because criticism mandates a certain level of respect. You deserve to be dragged. You deserve to be dragged directly over a cheese grater. That's what you deserve. There should be no respect. Did you give any respect to Chantal or Amberlynn? Where is their apology? Because you have now done worse than what they have done when it comes to lying to their audience or being a hypocrite or like all that stuff, on top of monetizing their addiction, which you do yourself. So criticism, they deserve. You deserve to be dragged. And you're gonna be. I would have given Charlie her cookies. I would have given Charlie her applause, her accolades, had she actually followed through with what she said she was gonna do. Did I expect her to? No, because I've been saying from jump that she's a liar. I've been saying that. I used to have hope for Charlie. But Charlie don't even have hope for herself at this point. And I wouldn't have an issue with her if she didn't focus all her evil, vicious attention on just dragging two women. Stop calling it criticism, Charlie. I'm going to need you to stop calling what you do criticism, because number one, what you do is not criticism. But number two, what you about to get is not criticism. It is a thorough ass dragging. Because you deserve it. You have earned it. This is your trophy. Congratulations.
Do I feel I have a right to still react to the train wrecks I react to? Absolutely.
You still have a right to react to the train wrecks you react to. You're one of the train wrecks that need to be reacted to. React to yourself. If you are going to react to Foodie Beauty or Amberlynn Reed, you are obligated to also react to Charlie Gold. You are, because she is absolutely no different. The audacity to sit up here calling these people train wrecks when I started talking about Charlie a year ago, just over a year ago. She looks no different. So where are you pulling this train wreck from? If they are train wrecks, you are on the train. You are the conductor. Choo choo, all aboard. Y'all all in the same train together. Your caboose is attached.
Why? Because I can. No.
Because I can. You can also get dragged. You see how she has no legitimate excuse for her behavior? She has no legitimate excuse. There's nothing she can say. She knows there's nothing she can say. She lied to her audience. Everybody. The public. She can't even say that she's any different from Chantal or Amber. She can't. The only thing that she can sit up here and say is, I'm gonna do what I do because I can. Because literally there's no other justification.
She will forever be appreciated in some sense on my channel because she is the content that keeps on giving.
Chantal is the content that allows you to be lazy, Charlie. Chantal allows Charlie to just be lazy. Because, see, this is the thing when it comes to criticizing Amber and Chantal. Both of those content creators still do more with their content than Charlie does. Charlie sits up here looking like a floating head because she doesn't want to show more than the tips of her shoulders, while Amber and Chantal video their lives and their actions, their food, their shopping, their meals, their thoughts. They change their content. They do stuff with their content. Her head just floats here and says 5 words in a 40-minute video. And that allows her to just be lazy. Like, that's why she says it's the content that keeps on giving. It's because it requires not much of her. She doesn't do much. She just has to attempt to do a face of makeup and then sit there. It just baffles me how you can sit there and understanding Chantal and Amber have issues. Like, they do as people, they do as content creators, they have issues, but they still do more than Charlie does herself. Charlie's videos look exactly the same. She damn near says the same thing in all the videos. Her backdrop never changed, her attitude never changes, her face never changes. Like, if it wasn't for me being so thoroughly knowledgeable about her lack of personality, I would think her face was full of Botox because it doesn't change. I just don't understand the condescension. Because as a person, Charlie is exactly the same as Chantal and Amber. But as a content creator, she's leagues worse.
There's been a lot of deleted live streams. Yes, I have a copy of pretty much all of them. I'll be reacting to most. There will be some that will be out of order, but I'll get through them. I will absolutely get through them.
She's over here like, I'll get through them. I'll get through these super long, extra long live streams. Charlie, babe, boo-boo. Number one, you need to stop lying to yourself and admit that you are Amber Lynn and Foodie Beauty's number one fan. You are their number one fan. Number one. I would not spend an hour watching Charlie Gold live streams. I couldn't. The personality is too dry. I would choke on the dust. I could not do it. My spirit, my attention span, like I would just collapse. So number one, you need to admit that you're their number one fan, okay? It makes no sense. Like I talk about pageant queens all the time, but I make no secret of my love for the girls. Like that's why I talk about them all the time. I love what they do. I like hearing them talk. I like seeing their outfits. I like seeing their walks. I admit that I am a super pageant fan. You need to admit that you are a super Foodie Beauty Amber Lynn Reid fan. Like you love their channels. You are up in their channels. You watch everything. You're a fan, as I said previously, fan behavior.
If you want to continue with disclaimers to try to remind people that you're very different from this reaction channel versus the other, do what you want. But at the same time, the way I see it on my end, who are you trying to convince? I don't give many disclaimers because you're going to take what you want away from my content. So sometimes when I see reaction channels constantly, when addressing Chantal needing to state they're very different from this reaction channel or the other, I just look at it like, okay, you're either trying to convince yourself or you're trying to convince your audience. Either way, it kind of looks weird to me. But you do what you want on your platform, just like I do what I want on my platform.
Here's a note about the disclaimers. People are trying to distance themselves from you, Charlie, because you're a deplorable human being. Believe it or not, when I started talking about Charlie Gold, I had people come to me begging me not to be like Charlie and not to fat shame her or talk about her looks or her weight. People are terrified of anybody, any reactor, any person turning out like you. You are the epitome of toxicity that everyone is trying to avoid. So I would say the disclaimers are necessary. I'm sorry, I just can't with this. It's hilarious to me that Charlie can't take the hint that she's the embarrassment of the community. Do you not see why they're trying to distance themselves from you? You are embarrassing. And the messed up thing about Charlie's content is that the people that were going to her channel, because of the way Obese to Beast presented Charlie at the time, which I do not blame him for because Charlie Gold at one point seemed like a decent human being, they presented her as someone who was aspiring to be better, someone who was aspiring to better her life and her health. And people who were on the same journey as Charlie went to her to get inspiration and watch her do that. They went to her because they wanted to inspire themselves to take that journey or watch somebody else succeed. The jacked up thing is those people who wanted that inspiration were driven to a channel that continuously tears down people like themselves. They were driven to a channel that routinely eviscerates people who are striving for the betterment of their lives or better health. These people who wanted someone who was going to uplift them and inspire them was basically driven into a trap for someone who was going to abuse and debase them. That's the thing. And I don't understand why Charlie doesn't see that. Doesn't understand that. You can think bad things about Chantal in her kitchen. First of all, is Chantal even trying to lose weight? That's my thing. That's another thing. Is Chantal on a weight loss journey? Because I don't think so. I think Chantal is perfectly happy being in her kitchen, living in her kitchen, eating whatever the hell she wants. So what is the point of then making fun of this woman who's perfectly happy and content doing what she wants? What is the purpose? But beyond that, you're putting down Chantal. Are you not thinking that the people in your channel, in your world, watching your videos who were driven to you by fitness-oriented channels, people who likely wanted to better their lives were driven to your channel, who are in the same situation and state as Chantal and Amber? You're not thinking about how they feel watching you put down these women when they're exactly in the same situation as Chantal and Amber, and you yourself are. Because Charlie likes to pretend like she's not doing what Chantal and Amber, just because Chantal and Amber do it publicly and Charlie doesn't. Charlie is no different. Like I said, Charlie looks no different. So you cannot tell me that there haven't been some behind the scene, long-winded, midnight kitchen binges on your part, Charlie. You cannot sit in front of me and tell me you've been doing everything you're supposed to be doing. I remember there was a video where I did a reaction on Charlie Gold herself where she got on, it was the shrimp binge whatever thing that Amber was eating. And Charlie was nitpicking at Amber for eating an entire shrimp platter or some crap. And in the exact video where she's yelling at Amber about eating so many shrimp, I myself eat an entire shrimp platter. Because I think everybody watching this video can admit to a point in their lives or times in their lives where they're not completely healthy and they knock out an entire pizza. They knock out an entire can of Pringles. They knock out an entire pack of cookies. We all have done it. So she gets on them for stuff that me, you, and everybody else have done. And getting on somebody who doesn't want to lose weight, what is the point in that? What is the point? And to me, it just really seems like she uses Chantal and Amber as a way to create content because it's easy, but also keep the conversation off of herself. Because if the people watching her videos start looking at Charlie and start realizing Charlie is no different, in fact, very much worse than Amber and Chantal, the whole wall comes crumbling down, as if it's not crumbling already. This downfall of hers started last year when people started to catch on that she was a raging hypocrite, which is why she has less subscribers than when I first encountered her a year ago. She can sit up here and lie to herself and her audience as much as she wants. But at the end of the day, especially in terms of YouTube content, Amber and Chantal is undeniably better than Charlie Gold. They are diverse. They talk about themselves. They live their lives. Seemingly, Charlie's only purpose in life is to watch Amber Lynn and Foodie Beauty live theirs. And like I said, she really has no excuse for why she's doing this anymore, except for saying,
I mind the business that actually pays me. She's one of them.
First of all, your YouTube's not paying your bills. Let's not lie about that. Her YouTube, if you guys didn't know, her YouTube channel does not get enough views to be paying her bills. I can tell you that. So for those of you who are like, oh my God, she's forced to continue doing this content because this is the way that she lives, guaranteed Charlie has a job. You can go on Social Blade. I'm telling you right now, she's what, banking 1,000 views a day or some crap? She's averaging around 2,000 views a day. If you didn't know, YouTubers get paid per 1,000 views. And the CPM for like the United States, which is her primary audience, which is very likely, and has a very high CPM, is, I'm gonna be generous and say $6. $6 per 1,000 views. If you're getting 1,000 views or 2,000 views a day, you're making $12 a day. She lives in Florida, okay? She's not paying rent. So her saying, oh, I mind the business that pays me, you're not making enough for it to really matter. You're just continuing to do this because you don't know how to do anything else. You have nothing else. You have nothing else to give. And you already don't give anything. She simply puts her floating head on a screen and regurgitates better content, which, I mean, it's not that difficult to be better than Amber Lynn and Foodie Beauty, but Charlie doesn't even try. I understand that Chantal and Amber are Charlie Gold's favorite TV show. This is basically like her reality show. This is her favorite reality show, and I wish she would just admit that instead of pretending like her life doesn't revolve around these people. Because in order for you to keep up with every single thing that these women do, these very frequent posters do, is for you to be utterly consumed with their content every day. Yeah, so this is your favorite TV show, and I understand, we all critique our favorite reality shows, the messy Real Housewives of Miami or Beverly Hills Basketball Wives. Like, sometimes we live for the mess and the drama, but even in those scenarios, you don't see people reacting to those TV shows with such hate, with such visceral hate. And I mean, at this point, Charlie Gold has accepted her hateful spirit, and she knows, like, that's just who she is. So I have had several court jesters here in attendance amongst my court. Every now and then there will be some jesters that we get to poke fun at and laugh at. You guys remember DC Media Girl and Irate Alex when they tried it. You know what, every day I poke fun. I'll poke fun if you guys want to be trifling and mess with me. I don't mind doing it. But I've never had a permanent court jester in residence at the court. And I think we're going to have to change that. Charlie, welcome back. And since you intend on staying, I am making you the first official honorary court jester of this court. I will be checking in and out with her when I need something to do. Yes, we will be checking in and out back and forth with Charlie Gold. Not consistently though, okay? We're gonna treat Charlie Gold like junk food, okay? And we do not feast on junk food over here. Every now and then we'll just go entertain some of her junk when we all need a decent laugh, okay? Don't expect it all the time because like I said, I will choke on the dryness. Like the chicken is dry. It is dry, okay? I'm coughing up sawdust over here. But I think at this point we all enjoy watching Charlie basically make fun of herself because she thinks she's reacting to Foodie Beauty and Amber, and we're all sitting, like, she thinks people are watching her channel for her and her opinions. Like, she legit thinks people are watching for her opinions. Boo Boo, we're watching you pass judgment on yourself. We're watching you for your hypocrisy. People are watching you for your hypocrisy. When I check in on you, I don't care about Amber and Foodie Beauty. I like laughing at your hypocrisy because the delusion is so deep. She's just swimming, y'all. She is swimming with the angler fish. She is all the way down in the depths of the ocean, freaking Mariana Trench over here, because she really can't see it, because it's so dark down there. She can't see anything. Babe, the audience is here for the delusion at this point. It's the delusion. But for those of you who are supporters, which I've seen her comment section, she ain't got many of those. For those of you who are her supporters, justify the actions. Justify the actions. Justify it. I want you to justify the bullying, justify the hypocrisy, justify the lack of her follow through. You want to talk about, oh, I support Charlie Gold, justify Charlie Gold's existence. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is a phantom channel that shouldn't even exist at this point. But like I said, congratulations to Charlie Gold for being the first official residing court jester here in my court. We will be checking in and out with her periodically to see what mess she got herself into. In the comment section below, let me know what you think about Charlie Gold and her lack of follow through on her promises, on her weight loss, the hypocrisy. There's so much to talk about. Like, I'm so curious. Legit, I'm so curious to see what the rest of the members of the court have to say. Even some of the subscribers of Charlie Gold. If you are a subscriber of Charlie Gold, please tell me why. I want to know why. I'm legitimately curious on why you are allowing this woman to lie and disrespect you to your face, though. Enlighten me. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and like I said, if this is your first time in attendance, please consider sticking around because now we have an official court jester we will be checking in on when we all need a good laugh. I love you, I'll miss you, and you know I will be back in a future video. Bye!